It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join Paul David and Jen Cohen as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics that affect all our lives in Yavapai County. And now, here's today's Countywide.
Welcome to Countywide. I'm Paul David. As always, it's great to have you in studio with us today. Debbie Ryall, for the Public Information Officer for the Yavapai County Jeep Posse, is in studio. Welcome to studio.
Good morning. Thank you.
I was telling Debbie prior to the start of the show that I think you and the Backcountry Unit for the Yavapai County Search and Rescue, all those groups, are the only two I've not had in. So I was really glad to hear that you contacted us to get in here. Good website for you is ycjp.org. Phone number is 888-589-6111, and their Facebook page is Yavapai County Jeep Posse.
Correct.
So, on this note that you emailed me, it says here, and I was really surprised to see this because I had no idea, but the Yavapai County Jeep Posse has been around for 65 years. It's the 65th anniversary. That's amazing. I had no idea.
Yes, it is.
So lately, our guests have been taking us on these little trips through time, back in time, for history lessons. So give us a little history lesson, if you will, about the Jeep Posse.
Little history lesson. After World War II, a lot of the pilots that had trained at Love Field had come back to this area. The guys that came back were buying the surplus Jeeps after the war. And the sheriff realized after a few crashes, plane crashes, that the Jeep guys were going out to find these guys. And at that time, it was the Jeep Club. The sheriff came along and said, hey, will you become the sheriff's Jeep Posse? And they were like, yeah, okay, we'll do it. And that was in it started in 1952. And I think somewhere around the late 50s, the sheriff went and asked them. And at that point in time, they would actually be deputized.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, the sheriff would deputize them. And they were out there looking for downed planes, life recoveries, whatever they had to do.
People lost.
People lost.
Sure.
And they've been the oldest search and rescue. As far as we know they're the oldest we are the oldest search and rescue in Yavapai County.
Wow.
And quite possibly the state of Arizona. That's been continuous. That hasn't taken a break anywhere. So we are very proud of that. And
that's pretty neat.
It's great.
Yeah. So 1952, there's a Jeep Club. It becomes part of the sheriff's office. Now, is the Jeep Posse part of the sheriff's office now?
We take our directives from the sheriff. And when they say, we need you to go do search and rescue, we need you to do fire evacuations, we'll talk about that in a bit, and flood evacs, we do snow evacuations, we do what's called snow escorts. And we have had a busy year.
Yeah. Because we were talking before the show, Debbie and I were talking before the show, last winter we had several instances like that. We'll get to that. And then there was the Goodwin fire, which you guys were very instrumental in this year.
Yes.
But there was a bad storm last winter that I read that as we were talking, it reminded me of the stories we were doing on that at the time. So we'll get to that. Now, you are still part of the sheriff's office, so you're under the sheriff's office umbrella. Because there's the Yavapai County Search and Rescue.
Well, it's called YCSRT. And there's the Verde SAR.
Search and Rescue.
Search and Rescue. And there's the Southern Unit as well. Will Hoyt, that area. We are a separate entity from the YCSRT.
Gotcha.
However, we all work together.
Gotcha.
It's the Jeep Posse and then the YCSRT, but yes, all our directives come from the sheriff.
Gotcha. How many members are in the Jeep Posse?
60.
60.
60 sworn members at the moment.
Now, not
and
all
we
of
get
them.
sworn in.
Oh,
so.
Okay. Now, you don't all respond every time. You're all volunteers, are you not?
We are all volunteers.
Okay.
And we equip our own vehicles, and we give our time.
You're responsible for the gas?
No.
No.
The county reimburses for the gas if we go out on a search and rescue,
Gotcha.
or if we go out on an evacuation.
Okay.
But other than that, it's all out of our pocket.
How long have you been?
I've been there almost 3 years.
Okay.
And
so you apparently like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I could not be with a better group of people.
What got you involved?
My late husband passed, and I bought a Jeep. And I had seen the Jeep.
Okay. All right.
And I bought a Jeep.
And I had
seen the Jeep Posse at the last minute stocking stuffer.
Okay.
At the Armory. And I noticed that they help people and they were taking stuff in. So I thought, that's a group I'm going to check into.
It seemed like a good fit for you, huh?
Yeah, so I did some research and got in touch with them. And
was it difficult?
It was
become a
not
volunteer?
difficult. You have to have a willingness to learn and a willingness to spend some time out doing search and rescue, doing community activities, numerous things.
What about training?
You have a 6-month probationary period when you come into the posse.
Okay.
We do. Yavapai County does a search and rescue 2-day academy. Everybody has to do that before they can even go out on search and rescue. Even the SAR people have to do that before they can go out on a search.
Okay.
Or search and rescue.
There's, obviously do's and don'ts and things to be aware of while you're out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, they just can't throw me out there and make me do it, because I would probably get lost myself.
And that's not what we want.
Right.
We want to know where you are. In fact, we have what's called the Forward Communications Vehicle.
Okay.
So when we go out on a mission, we have contact with every search and rescue unit out there. We know where they are. The Sheriff's Department will send them to an area, and we track them. And they report back to us, and then we report to the Sheriff's Department. Because with that many people and everything they have going, the Sheriff's Department in their instant command vehicle, we have the communications vehicle.
Okay.
So that's where the posse differs a little, because we work with all the groups, all the search and rescue groups, and keep track of them.
Okay. Let's look at all the groups. We got the folks on foot, the backcountry.
Yeah, backcountry.
The dogs.
The dogs
unit. Have been in here. The mounted.
The mounted unit.
The mounted unit is relatively small too, and we've had a plea for people to join up with the mounted unit. That's horseback.
It's a small unit.
Right. And you're 60 plus.
We're 60
people.
Plus. Yes.
Do you have room for more?
We do.
Yeah, there's always room for
more.
There's
always room for more, because not everybody can go out on the calls, on every call. And that's where having 60 members really came in handy for the Goodwin fire.
I imagine that's something you have to think about, even getting into volunteering for this, because it seems like tragedy doesn't happen at 8 a.m.
Oh no, it always happens at 3 on Sunday in the middle of the night.
Weather's bad.
Weather's bad.
Weather's bad. It's not like you're going to be out on a bright, sunshiny day.
No.
Sometimes you are, but
Christmas.
I mean, yeah.
Christmas last year.
Last year and Christmas. So there are those instances where that takes play, and people need to think about that too before they were to volunteer. That
exactly.
It may be an inconvenience for you, but it is based. I guess you get a call from someone who says, "Hey, Debbie, we need the posse. Are you available?"
No, I don't.
Okay.
But our Captain Randy Dashwell and Augie Giliberto, they are our coordinators.
They make the calls.
They do ops.
Okay.
Yeah. And we have an automated system.
Okay.
So they get a call from the Sheriff's Department. It goes into the automated system. We press, yes, we can go, no, we can't go, or I can do a later shift. And all that information goes back to them immediately, so they know who's coming.
Okay.
And when we assemble, we want to make sure we don't leave anybody behind. So it's a great system.
Well, that sounds well oiled. We got to take a break already.
Okay.
Okay, Yavapai County Jeep Posse Public Information Officer Debbie Ryall in studio today. Phone number is 888-589-6111. Website is ycjp.org, and their Facebook is Yavapai County Jeep Posse. Stick around, countywide, back in just a couple minutes.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
she doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
The Q102.9 plays all the hits.
Yo, what's going on? This is Drizzy Drake.
Ariana Grande.
Maroon 5.
This is Rihanna.
I'm Shawn Mendes.
Hey, it's Bruno Mars.
Ed Sheeran.
What's up, guys? It's Justin Bieber.
You're listening to The Weeknd.
Start your day with Brian James in the morning. You'll get at least 10 songs in a row during your ride home with Julie Page.
Zach Sang Show.
Catch the Zach Sang Show weeknights 7 to midnight. And Kelly Fox weekends on your home for hit music. The Q102.9 and 104.9 in Prescott and Cottonwood.
Welcome back to Countywide. Debbie Ryall, from the Public Information Officer for the Yavapai County Jeep Posse, in studio today. Yavapai County Jeep Posse is the Facebook. That's pretty easy. Phone number is 888-589-6111, and then the website is ycjp.org. All right, so now we've kind of punch list the stuff the Jeep Posse does. Yes. Let's talk about a couple of big events for you. Last winter, you mentioned Christmas, and I remember that. There was a lot of rescues that needed to be done.
We got 13 people off of Drake Road that were stuck, brought them into Prescott, got them into hotels, and then there were a couple other incidents. So on Christmas Day, there were 3 separate incidents that we went out on. Mm-hmm. All had to do with the snow. And
I-40 got shut down.
I-40 got shut down.
And people went to their GPS and said, okay, what's a better route to take? And they stuck them on a dirt road.
And they stuck them on a dirt road. They came out on Drake, and there was a big rig that had slid sideways across the road, and nobody could get by.
Right.
So we took our Jeeps out there and
loaded them up.
You know, the short wheelbases and the hired Jeeps did great. The big trucks, they didn't do so good.
No, really?
Yeah, okay. Because they're, much heavier weight. Mm-hmm. We were kind of like across the...
Oh, able to just kind of crawl over the top of it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. But you had a lot of people that you put in the Jeeps and got them to safety.
And we brought them into town.
It was very cold.
It was very cold. It was Christmas Day.
Yeah. Oh,
and so, I know, okay, you guys, I got to go.
Right. What a nightmare. And then the Goodwin fire.
The Goodwin fire. We heard about the Goodwin fire, I believe it was on a Saturday afternoon. Mm-hmm. I remember I was at the Posse house. My captain, Randy, was talking to the deputy that was on his way out there. Next thing we knew, full-blown day and night, 12-hour shifts. We evacuated everybody that we were told to evacuate. Now, what we do in a case like that, where the 60 members comes in handy, is we take one of our Jeeps, one of our trained evacuators, mm-hmm. and we put one of the search and rescue people in with us.
Okay.
And then we go out and we literally knock on the doors. When we leave the residence, we tie a big orange piece of tape.
Gotcha.
Somewhere.
Does that mean it's clear?
That means no.
No.
That means we've been there.
You've been there.
They've been contacted.
Okay.
When the residents leave, we ask them to put out like a white towel or a white T-shirt.
Okay.
That way, as the sheriff's department goes through, they know who is left. So we need to watch that house. But there's nobody in there. It's going to die in a fire.
Right.
And most people are very cooperative.
Uh-huh.
We had a few that didn't want to go, and at that point we just talked to the sheriff's department and they'll go and talk to them.
Well, I wanted Debbie to bring this part up too, because there is, you can't make somebody leave their house.
Correct.
But being a volunteer, they don't put you in harm's way.
No,
so
they don't.
If you come to my front door and you say, you know, we're evacuating the neighborhood because of this Goodwin wildfire coming down, and I say, I'm not leaving, Debbie, and you can't make me go, your reaction to that is?
I turn around and I see my officer behind me, or our deputies behind us, and we just turn it over to them.
It's out of your hands at that point.
It's out of our hands.
Gotcha.
We are not in harm's way.
Gotcha.
We turn around, get back in our Jeep, and go to the next house while the deputy speaks to them.
Beautiful. Okay.
You know, so we do everything we can to protect them, even notifying the deputy that they're not leaving. That's still trying to protect them.
This had to go on for days. Because, I mean, the fire started with a small area evacuated,
yes,
but
did.
it quickly escalated.
Yeah,
I believe it was the
Tuesday.
Tuesday it just exploded.
It exploded on Tuesday. I remember Tuesday night, well, Wednesday morning, about 2 in the morning, we were down Highway 69, which had been closed. We were driving down there, and the flames were licking up over the highway
wow.
on our vehicles. And we got down to a gated community off Old Sycamore. And we went in there, and I mean, literally it was 2 in the morning, and we were evacuating people.
Wow.
And so for the first, I think it was 4 or 5 days, we were working 12-hour shifts day and night. And then after that, we continued to work 12-hour shifts. If there was evacuations needed, we were doing them. And we were also, they were utilized as escorts to escort folks back in that needed more meds, needed more clothes, whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
And then we would escort them back out.
Okay.
So we were doing that on a daily basis.
Nice.
Breezy Pines, what a fabulous group of people. They came and cooked us tri-tips.
Oh, really?
To thank us
that's nice.
for getting the community out safe.
That is really nice.
It's wonderful when the community comes together like that and they come and they thank us. We were like, wow, and we had the best tri-tips.
Oh, that's nice. So really it's rewarding. It's nice.
It is.
It's very nice to be helping people out like that in such a dangerous situation too. That is really nice. We gotta move on to something different now.
Okay.
The Jeep Posse is a 501c3.
Correct.
It's charity.
Not for profit.
Not for profit. So let's ycjp.org is the website. 888-589-6111 is the phone number. So we did have an event coming up in October, but that has been postponed just due to scheduling issues.
That's correct. We had the intent of celebrating the 65th anniversary with the community with an Officer Down 5K. However, that has been postponed until mid-April.
It was going to be in October, but it has been postponed now until April 2018.
Correct.
Okay, so, but there is more information.
Blasted out on Facebook. It'll be on our website, everything. But unfortunately, we've had to just kind of step back right now, and we can do it again in April.
Next April, okay.
And
so
hopefully it'll become an annual event.
Of course.
An annual 5K for Preston.
Right. And you're raising funds for what?
For radios, for our
uniforms.
That's what our building. We have an upkeep on our building. We have a beautiful building that has now been renovated this past year, and people would be lucky to rent it because it's like $125 a day. They can have it for the whole day. It has a kitchen, restrooms, and a meeting building, and it's beautiful. It's inside of Pioneer Park.
Okay.
So, and people have rented it in the past, and I think that if they get the chance, come out and see what the building looks like, because we tore down all the old paneling and put up drywall. I mean, the paneling was from the 80s.
The days of paneling are over.
The days of paneling are over.
We got to take another break. Debbie Ryall in studio today from the Yavapai County Jeep Posse. Their website again is ycjp.org. Phone number is 888-589-6111. Yavapai County Jeep Posse is the Facebook page. Stick around. Countywide back in just a couple minutes.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
The Q102.9 plays all the hits.
Yo, what's going on? This is Drizzy Drake.
Ariana Grande.
Maroon 5.
This is Rihanna.
I'm Shawn Mendes.
Hey, it's Bruno Mars.
Ed Sheeran. What's up, guys? It's Justin Bieber.
You're listening to The Weeknd.
Start your day with Brian James in the morning. You'll get at least 10 songs in a row during your ride home with Julie Page.
Zach Sang Show.
Catch the Zach Sang Show weeknights 7 to midnight. And Kelly Fox weekends on your home for hit music. The Q102.9 and 104.9 in Prescott and Cottonwood.
Your daughter is having trouble learning French. Do you A, hire a tutor?
Bonjour.
B, enforce a French-only rule at home? Or C, watch some foreign films? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to Countywide. We've got just a few minutes left in the program. Debbie Ryall, Public Information Officer for the Yavapai County Jeep Posse. We're going to go through all these things one or two more times. ycjp.org is the website. Yavapai County Jeep Posse is the Facebook page, and the phone number is 888-589-6111. So we were talking about fundraising.
Yes.
We now know the Officers Down 5K that was scheduled for October is now delayed until April 2018. So how will you be working on raising funds for the rest of this year? And how do you raise funds each year?
One of the ways we raise funds is we do, every Thursday, we do fingerprinting at the Sheriff's Department on Gurley.
Oh.
In the Sheriff's Office. So we do the Jeep Posse does the fingerprinting, and we get to collect for those fingerprints.
Okay.
We do 365 days a year. We do park patrol throughout Pioneer Park. So we go around, we take down license numbers, because if anything was to happen in the park, there might be somebody there that might have seen something that didn't even know they saw it.
Okay.
The Mustang Cruise and the Pony Only Cruise, Don and Debbie Stewart from Senior Connection, they have us set everything up and help them with these two events. They're at, the next one is October 7th at In-N-Out Burger in Prescott in the parking lot.
Okay.
And they usually get about 100 Mustangs.
Okay.
So
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I think we've been there, yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been down there. In fact, you come down every year. Or every time. And then we also have the last minute stocking stuffer at the Armory. The Posse does all the setup. We get all the vendor stuff in and help everybody. So we get a portion of that donated to us.
What
you
if,
can donate
okay, go ahead.
on our website.
There we go. I was going to get to that. What if I can't do any of these things?
ycjp.org. As soon as it comes up, there's a donate button. Please, we could use the help. We could use the support. Also, Yavapai County Jeep Posse is on smile.amazon.com. And we are one of the charity groups that can collect funds from what you buy. And we get 2-5%, whatever. I know all the Jeep Posse people buy stuff on. If we buy something from Amazon, we all go to Smile Amazon.
Okay, all right. So there's a lot of different ways that people can
help out.
Out.
There are, and you know, bless their hearts, a lot of times people that we rescue in flood situations, mud situations, whatever, they'll donate to us.
Awesome.
And that's really nice of them. They don't, it's all done for free.
Sure.
It's all done, and so when they donate to the Posse, it's It's great.
We're out of time. Debbie,
thank you
so much for coming in. We'll have to see you again.
Yes,
we'll have to see you again. Okay, again, the website is ycjp.org. Phone number is 888-589-6111. Facebook page is Yavapai County Jeep Posse. This has been Countywide. Thanks for watching and listening, and we'll talk to you again next time.